All right. Oh my gosh, it feels so weird doing this with like fake lashes because normally I'm just my normal self. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and do this. Okay, well, hi guys. Welcome back to another video for Peace in the Promise. Guys, it's been so long that I've forgotten how I start these videos. I'm pretty sure I say like, hey guys, welcome back to Peace in the Promise, or hey guys, welcome to Peace in the Promise. I am Marimba, aka Peace in the Promise. Or is that how I start my podcast? Guys, I need help. It has been so long. And that is why I am making this updates video, and my face is made up like this because I've recorded another video for something else and you will see it very soon, but I'm trying not to make promises that I cannot keep. So I'm not going to tell you when, because I know it's going to come out. I got kids and they got a life, so I don't know when things are going to be happening, but they're going to be happening, you know, by God's grace. But anyway guys, welcome back. It's good to see you guys. It has been forever and I've been missing making videos. I've been missing writing on my blog. I've been missing my podcast, guys. I've been missing everything, and like, I don't know, I was gonna say you've probably been wondering where are you, but I don't think you have. Like, I'm sure you're just like, like just, you know, you're getting on with your life, I'm getting on with my life. Everyone's got stuff to do. We're still amidst a pandemic 1 year later. We're going through some stuff, guys, but I wanted to do a quick updates video to let you guys know what's happening with Peace in the Promise and what's happening with me and what's happening with just everything in general, so that, like, you know, I guess we can kind of have like, I don't know, it's not really the start of the year anymore, but I just wanted to do a general update video. So welcome. Make sure you subscribe and stuff if you want to see more craziness, but you can watch to the end of this video before you decide whether you want to subscribe or not, because maybe I'm not your vibe, and that's okay, that's fine. But anyway, life updates. So guys, I don't know if you guys, do you guys follow my Instagram? If, like, I know there's the Peace and the Promise.hq Instagram, but there's also my personal Instagram, which is Marimba Sariga. Don't hate on me, hubby, for mutilating our surname with my Australian accent. He always does, but hey, that's my accent. Can't change it. Anyways, it's Marimba Sariga. But yeah, if you follow my Instagram, guys, I'm sweating. It's too hot for this. If you follow my Instagram, then you will already know. Can I get my words out? If you follow my Instagram, then you'll already know that we're expecting baby number 3. I feel like every second I come on here, I'm announcing that we're expecting the next baby. We've been busy. Fruitful and multiplying. Anyway, so yeah, we're expecting baby number 3 this year, and I posted a funny thing. At first I was looking on I think I was looking on Pinterest for like announcement ideas, because for the first 2 I didn't really do like anything. Like, I kind of just like, maybe it was more family things, like we surprised our family with my firstborn. We surprised the family with like these little, it was after Christmas, so we were like, oh, let's give them belated Christmas cards, because we didn't get them anything. So we handed out all these Christmas cards to the whole family, and it was like Christmas cards, and it was like pictures of each of our family members, like from our wedding and stuff like that. So just like, oh, I'm hot, sentimental things, you know. So each family member opened their envelope and they were so excited, because I'm like, oh, pictures from the wedding, it's pictures of me and like it was pictures of each of them and stuff, so they were so excited. And at the end of it, the last picture was the sonogram scan for our firstborn. So some of them were like so quick looking through, and then they started screaming. They're like, oh my gosh, they're running around the backyard like flipping out. But then it was so funny because our mums were like taking their time, and they're looking at each picture like, oh, that's so nice, and everyone's like, just look at the last picture. Like, you're taking so long. So they looked, and they finally found the last picture, and they were like, oh my gosh, they like, everyone was so excited. So with the second born, I don't think we did any like kind of special announcement thing. I remember I announced it here on here when I just really started the YouTube channel, but yeah, I don't think we did anything really. So because this one, I'm believing this is the last one. But I said like, let's go all out, like let's do something, because we have not really gone majorly crazy for the first two. So I was like, oh come on, let's go out with a bang. So what did we do? I've forgotten. Guys, I'm saying this as if we've done some great crazy big announcement, but we haven't. This one. But anyway, I was looking on Pinterest and I was like, let's do a little announcement, like photo shoot thing, and I was finding lots of funny captions. One of them that I posted, it was like, this is the last one, maybe. Probably. I was like, that if that sums me up in a nutshell, that's it, that's me. I can be very indecisive, so I found that hilarious. I was like, I think that's the closest to my personality out of all of these things. So I did that, and then I also wrote, because you know, my daughter, she's only like, she's 10 months now, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, she's 10 months in 2 days time, but by the time I post this video, she'll probably be 10 months already. So I wrote like a little funny caption, and it's like her saying like, what do you mean I'm gonna be a big sister? I just got here. And then there's a really funny picture that I managed to capture of her, and she's like, it was the cutest thing. I'll probably put it here or something, but it was so funny, and I was like, I love this is hilarious. It's my sense of humor. So I posted that, and I was like, yeah, we're expecting baby number 3. We've been busy. So if you've been wondering where I've been, I've had a minor hiatus. That's probably a little bit of the reason why I've been gone, but honestly I don't really think that's why I've not been here, because I think the end of last year was hectic. Like we had I think just like, you know, the usual like festivities and that, but we also had a friend's wedding and all of that, so it was just like a build up, and the kid, like one of our kids was sick, and there was just all this stuff going on. So obviously all of this was put in the background. So, and also I think because like sometimes I can just want to do like, let me make a video, let me do this, let me do this, let me do this, but really like if God's not kind of flowing with it, then it's like, it's kind of like it's by force, and I don't really like doing things by force. So I was just like, when the time's right, I'll come back, but for now, like maybe it's just time for me to just chill. So yeah, that's where I've been. But in the meantime, I think the last thing that you would have heard me talk about is the magazine, right? And I'm sure you're like, girl, the summer is up. Where's the magazine at? I'm also wondering the same thing. Anyway, so the reason being, you know what, I keep posting stuff. So you need to follow my Instagrams. You need to follow peaceandthepromise.hq, and you need to follow Miranda Sirigo, because I'm alive and well and thriving in those platforms, as well as YouTube. But YouTube, sometimes I can take a hiatus because I got kids, and sometimes it's so hectic and it's so hard to be able to just sit down and record a video. But Instagram, I'm usually just on there because my phone is like handy, right? So I posted something about just saying like with Peace and the Promise, like I don't remember what the post said, but it was pretty much saying how like like what we do, like how we flow is like we literally go according to God's timetable. Like, so if anyone ever gets frustrated with like, you said you were gonna do this and it's not happening, it's like, well, God said put a pause on it, so I'm putting a pause on it. So I think I was so ambitious, and I can get so excited. Like I'm gonna record a video on this later. It's gonna be called, it's gonna anyway, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm just gonna record a video on this kind of topic later, but like I can get so excited, and I'm like, okay, I think this is a good idea. And before, I used to be so paranoid to do anything, because I was like, oh no, what if I do something and it's wrong? What if I do something and God's like, no, that's not what I want you to do? Because there was a period of time where I felt like I kept doing stuff, and then God's like, no, 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 no. So I'm like, why should I do anything if you're always gonna say no, right? And it might sound reasonable, but I think of late God's been teaching me, and throughout last year I think he's been teaching me like to not be afraid to try something, and for him to kind of say, oh hey, hang on, not yet, or maybe he says no or whatever. Like it's just for me to learn to be flexible and to not be like, oh my gosh, because he said no that means I'm a terrible person and he's rejected me in type, you know what I mean? Like that was a bit extra. So this process has taught me, like, sometimes again, like I've had to be re-reminded, because God has told me this so many times throughout my life, like he's not necessarily saying no, but it's like not yet. So in the process of putting the magazine together, like single-handedly and also like, you know, getting people to contribute in different areas, but I think it's like I'm seeing how big or how broad it's gonna be. So it's like it was a bit unrealistic of me to think, oh, let me just do this in this amount of time, because I was really believing, I'm like, God, yeah, you're gonna smash it out, you gave me the word for this season, whereas he did give me the word. Like sometimes again, maybe that word can be for you, you know. And anyway, I just feel like he was just pressing on me like just like a, not a no, but like a not yet, like just wait, like I'm building this thing, let me build the momentum for you for this thing, so you're not just trying to slave away. Because it got to a point where I was doing it and I was so excited and so overjoyed, but then it got to a point where it was just like almost becoming burdensome, and I'm like, why is this becoming like a burden? Because I was racing against the clock trying to finish all this stuff, and it would have been a rush job, it wouldn't have been, you know, the way I think God intended. So I'm gonna do a video kind of to do with that in a way. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at with the magazine. So totally stay tuned. I'm believing it's coming, but I'm not going to put a time frame on it, because to be honest, God's going to do whatever he wants. So that's why I said peace in the promise. Our flow is to go according to God's timetable, because he's the one that knows everything. He can see beyond what I can see, so he knows when and why and what and all of that stuff. And I've gotten to that place where a lot of the time I don't need to ask, because I'm just like, eh, you already know it's going to come out when it needs to come out. So that's the update with the magazine. But I think, yeah, anyway, so like I guess I don't want to say like resolutions, because it's already February and it's a bit corny to start trying to bring up resolutions and you're already, you know, into well into the year. But I think one of the goals, or a goal, or the goal for this year for me personally, normally like when I was younger, like we used to full on like write out all these goals and stuff like that and just share them as a family, and it wasn't like by force, maybe it was it wasn't really like pressured, but it was like, you know, we were encouraged to like, oh, like write down things that you want to achieve or the goals that you have for the year, and then like around Christmas time or maybe New Year's Eve, then we just share them as a family. So I think that's kind of like, it was ingrained in me a bit. So I would usually do it and write them down, but then I would write them down and I'd forget them by the end of the year and I wouldn't remember where I wrote them down. So this year I was kind of just like, meh, like I'm just leaving it. Like I've got kids, I've got so much stuff on my plate, so I'm just not even thinking about goals. I'm just gonna go with the flow a bit. But then I think I don't know if it was the last week of 2020, but I just felt God really pressing like in me, like it was almost like he gave me the goal. And that's so weird, because that's never happened to me before. Normally I'm just making the goals myself, but I really felt him pressing it on me, like, you know, this is the year of doing. And I'm like, where? But I feel like he's pressing me, like, you know, to do more than I talk, if that makes sense. Even though it's so funny because I talk a lot and I'm still talking now, but like rather than saying I'm gonna do this or saying I'm gonna do this, and you know, I get excited, it's like, let me post about it, let me let people know, because I want everyone to know what's going on, and I like to update people and all of that. But it's more like, I guess he's leading me to do it, just do it, like and let the fruit speak for itself, you know. That's at least how I interpreted it. So that's my goal for this year, like to just do. So I might not announce like, oh, I'm doing this, and you might see me just like doing stuff randomly, but I think that's, God is building something within me in that area. So yeah, that's that update. I don't think there's anything else really. Like I just really wanted to update you that I'm here, I'm alive, I'm well, after like a, I don't know if it's a 2-month hiatus. I'm here, I'm pregnant, and the magazine is still in motion, but just to be advised. You'll have to stick around to know when it's going to be released and all of that. So, but that's cool, because I'm going to be doing other cool stuff, but I'm not going to tell you because I'm trying to do more than I say, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's about it. Otherwise, guys, like, you should follow, make sure you follow my Instagrams, as I've said, peaceinthepromise.hq and Marembe Sariga, which is my personal one. Facebook, I'm not really so active on Facebook. What I post on Instagram is what I post on Facebook, so it's you're not missing out on anything if you've already got my Instagram. And yeah, follow, like, subscribe, whatever. Watch my other videos. Go to my website, peaceinthepromise.com, and listen to my podcast. I've been getting some feedback like from my podcast, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I legit get excited because I'm like, I just feel like I'm talking to myself, and I don't mind because you can tell that I talk a lot. I'm not talking to anybody, so I get really excited when I hear feedback and hear people that have listened to my podcast and they give me positive feedback and they're like, it really encouraged me and stuff. I'm like, that's awesome, because I just ramble on, and I'm glad that out of my rambling somebody is encouraged. So check out season 1 of Peace in the Promise Pod. It's available on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, just keep an eye on that because season 2 is coming. I will let you know when it's coming, or it might be already out actually by the time this video is here, but season 2 is coming in the next couple of weeks. Hubby and I have like recorded an episode and I'm so excited. Like, anyway, I sound like a giddy schoolgirl in the thing. Like, I didn't realize how much I giggled when we were together and I was like, yuck. Well, it means I'm happy, right? So anyway, that's all for today. Stay tuned for the next video, which will be out on Wednesday. Today's Monday. I'm gonna upload something on Wednesday. Guys, anyway, maybe I'm talking too much because I'm supposed to just do and not say. Look at me making a law out of things. Anyway, I'll upload my next video on Wednesday, and I'm not going to tell you what it's going to be about. You'll just have to keep an eye out and watch the video. So until then, until the next video, my stomach is grumbling, guys. I'm hungry. Anyway, until the next video, peace.